Hey, what is up, everybody? How are y'all doing? I'm back. I'm back live. It's been a couple of weeks. Let me just say this. It sucks being sick. It really does. I don't get sick like too often. But I had some really gnarly shit. Like I still don't know what I had because I'm stubborn and I don't go to the doctor right away. And then I thought things were getting better. And then it like moved into my eyes. I think my eyes are okay right now, but I think I had some kind of like throat infection. My neck was like swollen out to here. Like the weekend I got sick, like the last time I went live, like I had a blanket around me because I was feeling cold chills. I felt it coming. Like the next day I felt awful. And then like that entire weekend, my throat was like out to here and I could barely swallow like anything. And then that kind of went down. And then the next week, my eyes like started getting bloodshot. And they got like super puffy, like I've been smoking like weed or something, which I don't do that. But it was nasty. It was nasty. I still don't feel like I'm fully recovered, but I'm definitely better than I was. But I'm here. I'm live. I realized, the other day that I was coming up on my 5-year anniversary. Now, my anniversary on YouTube is kind of complicated. You could actually say I started almost 7 years ago. Let me pull this up. And I'm going to get into the chat here in a second. We got 130 people out there. Thank you all so much for being here. This is pretty much just like a live Q&A, guys. You guys can start firing away questions, whatever questions you want to ask, whether it's movie related, YouTube related, whatever you want to ask, Blu-ray 4K related, whatever. Just put it in the chat, and I will try to get to everybody at some point. So yeah, and hit the like button if you haven't already. But let me bring up I got the YouTube channel. I went all the way back to like my earliest videos. If I can figure out how to pull this up. All right. So this kind of shows like my earlier videos back when I was just pretty much doing like unboxings and Blu-ray hunts and that kind of stuff. So December 19th of 2017, I did a WALL-E DVD review, which is basically just me and my son unboxing a DVD edition of WALL-E that I had. I was just doing it for fun and I just kind of uploaded it for fun. It's got over 6,000 views right now. And I don't know why. The only thing I could guess is people are just going back and like watching it just because it's my first video. That could be a possibility. I can't imagine, like, because at this point, I think WALL-E, it at least had a Blu-ray and it might have had a 4K at this point in time. So why would people be searching for a DVD review of WALL-E? I don't know. But the fun thing is that when the Criterion edition came out, I brought my son down here and we unboxed it together again, like 5 years later. So that was kind of fun. All right, so you could say I started there, but after that, I took a 1.5-year break. So I just don't consider that to be like my start of YouTube. I did a Blu-ray hunt in March 26th of 2019. So that was 5.5 years ago. Then I did another one. I actually didn't remember that I did another one in May, but I did another one in May 7th of 2019. But here's where I really consider the channel to have started. And I consider it starting when I'm consistently like putting stuff out week to week, or at least every 2 weeks. Like I'm not putting out a video and taking 2 months off or 3 months off or a year off or something like that. So when I really started and started being more consistent with it was September the 17th, 2019. So that was yesterday. Correct? Yeah, it's Wednesday. That was Tuesday. Yeah, so my 5-year anniversary, what I consider to be the 5-year anniversary, is September the 17th, 2019. So that was yesterday. And then after that, I did some unboxings in October, and I think I did another Blu-ray hunt, and I got 3 from Hell on 4K, and the rest was history. I did a video where I was just walking in the forest, guys. That was an early video that I did. I don't even know what I was talking about. I think I was just talking about like movies or something. I don't even remember. Did all kinds of funky videos. I didn't really know like what I was doing or what I wanted the channel to be. I was just doing a lot of random stuff. I did a lighthouse review. Like that might have been my first like movie review on the channel. Was the lighthouse. I went to like an art house theater and then I came back and I did a review of it. And then I did some other Blu-ray hunts. And then I started doing like I did a Dark Fate reaction. So I saw Terminator Dark Fate and then I did a Owl Theater reaction. More unboxings. I started doing videos where I would go Blu-ray hunting and then I would go see a movie and then I would review the movie. Like I reviewed Doctor Sleep like that. So it's all kinds of, I did Mandalorian episodes 1 through 3 review, just random stuff, just throwing stuff at the wall. But mostly what I did was, I got started on YouTube because I liked the Blu-ray hunts and stuff. I was like that. I feel like I could do that. So that was mostly what I did, like the out and about vlog videos, like sitting in a room with a camera on me, like that felt extremely uncomfortable and weird. And to be honest, it still does. Not as much, obviously, but I liked like being out and about when I was filming or doing videos and stuff. So that's kind of how I started. Pretty rough start, but again, I put the 5 years at September the 17th, 2019, and 5 years later, September 17th, 2024. So there you have it, guys. And the rest was history. 2019 would go into 2020, and I think I did like more movie reviews and stuff like that. Again, I was still kind of confused of what I wanted the channel to be. And that's when the pandemic happened. It happened in March of 2020. And I was like, well, I guess I can't watch new movies anymore. So there were still like 4Ks and Blu-rays coming out. And I'm like, I guess I'm just going all in on physical media. That's when I started the Physical Media Report. And I don't think I did Blu-ray hunts, obviously, at the beginning of the pandemic, but I think it was that summer I started kicking those back up again. And I went to all the stores with the mask on and all that stuff. Started doing reviews, things like that, more unboxings, just more like physical media focused on the channel. I think I still did some movie reviews like here and there, like maybe Netflix reviews and stuff. But yeah, guys, that's the start. It's been a long, I guess you guys can hear me, right? I hope you guys can hear me. It feels like it's been a while. It feels like it's been a long time. It does. Like when I think back to 2019, like that feels like forever ago. I mean, that was before the pandemic and like the world changed. That feels like forever ago. So 5 years really does feel like a long time on YouTube. I feel like I've definitely grown. I don't think I've grown in all the areas that I set out to. I largely do things the same. Like I'm so against change, guys. I really am. Like I still film videos on my phone. I do live streams like this. I shoot a lot of videos on my webcam and stuff. I feel like I wanted to, up my production value and stuff like that, get better cameras, which I did get better cameras along the way, webcams and stuff like that, upgraded my phone. But I do largely do it the same way. And a lot of that has to do with convenience. I don't have a ton to put out the amount of content in the videos that I do. I have to be able to edit on the go. So I film everything on the phone. And when I don't film on the phone, I just do it on the computer, pretty much live stream style, and I don't do much editing to it. So I kind of just run the channel the best I can with the time that I have. And I got a lot to talk about and I got a lot to say. So I like to get as much stuff out there as I possibly can. And I also feel like I have an obligation to you all as viewers of the channel. And maybe some people subscribe to channels and they're happy that they put out 2 videos a month or something, or maybe that's what they want. But I feel like the subscribers of my channel like have an expectation that I'm going to put out a certain amount of videos and content per week. And I like to keep you guys in the loop on things, informed, and I also like to keep you guys entertained. So I like to keep things moving. And this is like fun for me. Like it's a fun hobby to do and to talk about physical media. And I love doing this stuff. So yeah, guys, that's the spiel. I'll probably have other stuff to say throughout the night, but let me get into the chat because I know you guys are waiting. We got 176 people in here. Thank you all so much for being here. We'll have some topics and some stories and stuff to dive into as well. Not just going to be a straight Q&A. So there are a couple of things I wanted to talk about, but it's a pretty light week. Like there really hasn't been, outside of the Criterion announcement section yesterday, which I'd already did a whole video on. There hasn't really been a lot of big news. What are your top 5 John Travolta movies? Asked Kevin Kruger right out the gate. Let me take a sip of my coffee, Kevin, real quick. Number 1, I'm gonna start at number 1. Number 1, Pulp Fiction. I'm gonna say Pulp Fiction. I think he kind of revitalized his career with that movie, brought himself back, and I love Pulp Fiction. It's a great movie. Number 2, Grease. I love Grease. I haven't watched Grease in a very long time, but I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid. And I think it's a phenomenal film. I think it's a great musical, and I'm very nostalgic for it. And there's just something about it. Number 3, I'm going to go Blowout. That's a fantastic Brian De Palma film. I'm sure I'm going to miss some stuff, guys. Oh my God. Number 4, Broken Arrow. Let's go Broken Arrow. I got to throw Broken Arrow in there. Fantastic movie with John Travolta. Like there's so much John Travolta that I'm not even going to get Face Off on here, guys. I'm sorry. But my favorite John Woo movie is Broken Arrow. It's not Face Off. So I had to put Broken Arrow in there. And number 5, I'm sure I'm going to leave something off. I wanted to get a Look Who's Talking in there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get a Look Who's Talking in there. Number 5, Saturday Night Fever. I think that's a fantastic film. Saturday Night Fever and Blowout were ones that I watched recently, and I really love Saturday Night Fever. So that's my top 5 John Travolta films. I'm sure I'm missing another big one, but I think that those 5 like encapsulate the career of John Travolta pretty well. I think they do. How could I forget Battlefield Earth? That's number 1. Come on, guys. Ken's movie experience. That's old, Kevin. Like I did that back in 2021. Thank you, KNL. I appreciate that. Diddy says, come on, you don't want to come in here with a name like Diddy right now. Come on. Ken, you're losing subscribers big time. Time to change things up or retire your channel. Well, Diddy said it, so I guess I better retire. Because I'm not willing to change things up big time. But that's a lie. I'm not losing subscribers. I mean, I think I've gained 50 in the past 2 days. So that's a lie, Diddy. That's a blatant lie. I just hit 28,000. Like I just hit 28,000 a couple of days ago. I still feel like I'm on track, and I am able, if I ramp things up a little bit, to hit 30 by the end of the year. I think I can do it. I'm close. I think I started the year at like 21,500 or something. So I'm on track. Track or Not says, hey, I hope you keep doing physical media for at least another 5 or 6 years. I would be very sad if you stopped doing it. Yeah, I kind of put that on a thumbnail. Like, how much longer can I keep doing this? I mean, it's, there are days where I kind of just feel burnt out, and I'm not going to lie, when I do get sick and I'm not able to make content, I'm just kind of laying on the couch watching movies. I'm like, you know what? It's kind of nice to not feel the pressure, because I couldn't even talk, of having to film videos and that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I do love this. So I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it going as long as I can. Till the wheels fall off, or my leg falls off, or my arm falls off, or my throat gives out. I'm gonna keep going. All right. So I think I got at least, I consider like right now to probably be the toughest time in my life. Like I'm kind of in the thick of raising kids and all that kind of stuff. So it's got to only get easier from here, right? So I don't know. I'll probably keep it going. I like to keep it going until I'm like 70 or something, keep it going. Christopher Reeve story on Saturday on the package I was sending you December. Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, I have seen that, documentary coming out. Yeah, forever. That's the goal. My next 4K review, Kevin, is Friday the 13th, and that's dropping tomorrow. So I did film the Friday the 13th 4K review, and that's dropping tomorrow. If YouTube paid you $250K annually, would you do? Probably, yeah. But they don't pay anywhere near that. At least not to me. Like that's like, the higher channels, the channels that got like almost 1 million subscribers probably make that much. What's up, Dimitrion? Happy 5 year. Thank you so much, More Pasta. What's up, Don Morden? Everyone in my school, including teenagers and me, of course, are extremely excited for the 4K release of No Country for Old Men and Criterion. I am as well. I don't know. I think it's possible. I mean, Paramount was supposed to put that out, but I could see them maybe letting Criterion do it. I don't know. That could be. They might want to do that. Paramount Presents. I don't know. What do I want to come out on 4K the most? Oh my goodness. I feel like there's an obvious answer. I do say blank check a lot. I do say, but that's a serious answer, but I feel like there's something I could say that's better. Damn it. I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street's coming out, so that question's answered. I guess the sequels. I want the Nightmare sequels. Like, if we're going to get the first one, I want the sequels. So there you go. That's a good question, John. That's a good question. You know, I'm always proud of myself. I don't know if I can point to like a specific moment or not. But I'm always proud of myself when I get through like a group live stream and I got multiple people on the panel and stuff. And I'm like, man, I pulled that off, and because I go into all those and I'm like super nervous. I'm like, how am I going to juggle all these people? And I just kind of threw myself into it. And I would love to bring back the roundtables at some point. I just haven't worked up the nerve to do it. But yeah, those roundtable live streams, I always felt pretty proud of myself when I got done doing those because I'd watched so many live streams before that. Group streams, people doing streams, people hosting streams. And I'm like, God, I don't think I could ever do that. And the fact that I was able to do that so many times. I mean, I did like 24, 28 roundtables or something. I was always proud of myself for doing that. That and the Oscar I won, obviously, for the Lionsgate Steelbook of American Psycho. I won an Oscar for crying out loud. All right. What's up, Adrian? Oh yeah, he knows. He knows. LFL knows. What's up, Sean? Congratulations on 5 years. Hopefully many more might catch you on replay. Might head to bed soon. Have a good stream. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, Sean. I do. And I'm seeing a super chat from Going to the Movies. Look at that freaking logo. That's awesome, man. Is this a new YouTube channel? I might have to check you out and subscribe to you, man. Send me your channel. If you got a channel, send it to me on Instagram and I'll subscribe. Just discovered your channel recently and watch every day now. Love your videos. It's tough balancing YouTube and raising kids. So no shame in taking a break every once in a while. Keep up the great work. It is. And it's tough balancing that and, feeling like you're doing an adequate job at both, I guess. When I started doing this, things were easier. The pandemic came, the kids were at home, they were homeschooling they were doing the computer they were doing the school on the computer. My wife was home every day. It was just easy for me to escape down here for 6 hours and do a bunch of YouTube stuff. Because they were in school all day and then I would get done around 3 or 4 and then go upstairs. Things are just different now. They're different now. The kids, as they get older, I feel like some people think they would get easier. They don't. They get more difficult as they get older. I feel like at a certain point, it might start to get a little bit easier, but they get harder. And then you get to that point where, and this is kind of where I'm at now, where it's like they're getting older to the point that you feel like you got to stop and hang out with them because you don't have much longer. You don't have that much longer left. So there's that as well. So it's like, I feel like I have to try to be around my kids more because it's like, I feel like I'm running out of time. And I know that every parent throughout history has felt that way, but I'm feeling that more now than I ever have. So that definitely plays into, doing YouTube is important to me, but it's like when I say things like, I can't do the physical media report like I did it anymore. I got to just do it, record it on StreamYard and do the best I can and insert images as I go. And I just don't have time to edit it because on the weekends, like I'm trying to spend more time with my family and the kids and not be so stressed out about this stuff. Um, so some people may think I'm being lazy or taking the easy routes or whatever, which my physical media report videos have done better since I started doing them that way than they used to when they were highly edited. Um, so in my mind, like it's working out great. Um, so yeah, it's tough. It's tough to balance stuff, but I appreciate the $9.99 super chat so much. Going to the movies, thank you for that. And like I said, if you have a channel, um, definitely send me the link on Instagram. So let's see. I do want Surf Ninjas too. Do I believe in Bigfoot? You know what? There was a time I did. I listened to a couple of Bigfoot podcasts back in the day, and I was really into the Bigfoot theory of him coming like from another dimension and there being like multiple Bigfoots. So I got into the conspiracy of Bigfoot. I don't know how I feel about it now. I haven't really thought about it a lot, but um, sure, we'll say I believe in Bigfoot. That is a good question. You know, I put up 2 new shelves recently, and it's like I am running out of wall space. I really only have this wall over here, which I set up a VHS shelf that I posted on Instagram. I'm gonna have my room tour pretty soon, but I've got this wall I can put a couple shelves on, I think, and then I have to start putting it like in front of me. Um, it's not gonna be much longer until I'm out of room. It's really not, but I can. My wife has already told me that I can move some movies out there to kind of surround the TV, so I can put some stuff out there. And I'm just gonna have to start getting rid of stuff. I'm just gonna have to start getting rid of stuff. I don't want to do it. Get rid of duplicates and that kind of stuff, or start toting things. I have thought about that as well. But Gus coming in with a 19.99 super chat. He really wants me to get the Madam Web 4K. How much is it right now, Gus? Jeez Louise. You know, I've already watched the film. We reviewed it. Do I have to buy the 4K, Gus? I know you were very generous with the donation, but is it really worth it on 4K? Can I get what's the 4K Steelbook? I might as well get that at this point. $32.99 for the Steelbook. And then $29.99 for the 4K. Yeah, I might as well get the Steelbook at that point. I'll get it eventually, Gus. I'll get it eventually. I'm kind of on a if I'm being completely honest, I'm on a spending freeze right now. I have not spent anything on movies, anything in 2 weeks. That's pretty good for me. I'll just buy random stuff here and there, but not in the past 2 weeks. Ever since I bought the Neverending Story 4K, I had to reevaluate my spending. I'm like, look, I wanted this and I got it, but that was a lot of money I just dropped on one movie. And I'm like, I got to cool it. So for the rest of the month, I don't care what comes out. I don't care what gets announced for the rest of September. I'm not spending anything. And then when we get to October, I'm going to really try to pare down and figure out what exactly I want for that month. And then try to just get that. But thank you so much, Gus, for the 19.99 super chat. And we got another one, 818 Sega, $5. Thank you so much, 818 Sega. What up, Ken Dog? I've been collecting less in 2024 so far. I also collect games and vinyl. I basically only get what I really want now. Too expensive. I feel you, man. I've been wanting to do a video on the cost of movies and, you know, how it's okay to you know, just pick out the stuff that you want and try to scale back a little bit. I think a lot of us out there, we've been collecting for a long time and we've all got movies in our collection that are unwatched. So it's like, go back there and watch some shit that you bought and haven't watched yet. And, you know, cool it on some of this stuff because a lot of this stuff, guys, it's going to be there. It's going to be there in 6 months, a year, 2 years, and it's going to be cheaper. It's going to be in a sale, Vinegar Syndrome sale, Criterion sale. We don't have to get everything when it gets announced. Some stuff we might if it's limited and we really want the box set or whatever, but we don't have to get everything, you know, right away. And I feel you. I feel like this year there has been less must-have titles than in recent years. It's still a great year for physical media. It's still a great year. I've got stacks of movies all over my desk. Still a great year. but there's less must-have stuff this year, I feel like, than there has been, at least since I've started collecting. But that's just my opinion. But I get it, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. I haven't even played any of my clips. So let me throw y'all. Look, we're getting close to October. Let me throw you a little pinhead.
We'll tear your soul apart.
That's what a lot of these physical media companies are telling us right now. You know, they're like, look, we're going to release all this shit and we're going to price it through the roof and we're going to tear your soul and your wallet apart. That's what we're going to do. All right, guys. Let me get back into the chat. Thank you all so much for the love and the super chats. I appreciate it. What's up, Deadly Spooky? Did I lose myself? I already answered that. Is a cheeseburger a sandwich? No, a cheeseburger is a cheeseburger. Would you rather? What do you ask? Kyle Kruger. Do you keep changing your name, Kevin? I'm on to you. Would you rather have feet for hands or hands for feet? Oh God, I guess hands for feet. I don't really want feet on my hands. I like my hands. Happy 2 anniversary, Ken, and evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Movie Hunter. I appreciate that. I know you've been a long-time subscriber. Deli Spooky, what happened to the collectors of the world? Did you give up on that? Yeah, it's just another one of those things, John. It's time consuming to do those and to line up the guests. I want to get back to it. I want to get back to doing more like collaborative videos with other collectors or streams with other collectors. As far as the interviews, I'm sure they'll come back at some point, but it is a process to do. It takes a while to do. And to be completely honest, those videos weren't doing great. They weren't doing great. They were doing okay. But I feel like when I was doing World's Biggest Collectors, you know, they were doing much better. But that was when I was more consistent with it, so that could have something to do with it. It's just a time thing. It's just lining up the guests and stuff like that. And it's just it's hard for me to line up like specific times to go do things at this point in time. So I did find Frogman. I went to Walmart today, actually. I found Frogman, but I bought the big like package release. I don't think I got the biggest one. I got like the $40 one from Introversion. So I got the box set coming at some point. But to be completely honest, if I knew that there was going to be an edition of that in Walmart for $17.96, I would have probably just bought that. But I bought the big box set edition of Frogman because I heard some good things about the movie. Chi-Town Bud, you the man, Ken. Thank you so much. What's up, Jordo? What up, Canadian chat? Congratulations on 5 years, Ken. Thank you for all the hard work and great videos. I appreciate that, man. The Village, yes. I forgot to talk about Planet of the Apes. I know it went to streaming on 4K, but it hasn't really gotten an official announcement for 4K on physical. So I'm sure that'll happen at some point. But again, it's Disney, so who knows? Let me take a drink, guys. Thank you so much, Ian Lives. What's up, Video Game Drone? Oh, you went with Barnes & Noble, huh? Yeah, you got $25 at Barnes & Noble. Oh, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Hide your pagers. Eddie Dangles, my last hour of work is about to be fun. Are you saying because of me? I appreciate that, if that's what you're saying. Paul B loves movies. Congratulations. Keep rocking. Is that a Fallout icon? I like that. No, that's Jurassic Park. Alan Grant kind of looked like the ghoul in that picture. Keep rocking. Your videos are brilliant. Been a good year for physical media. I wouldn't go as far as say my videos are brilliant. Been a good year for physical releases. So many missed opportunities too, especially for Warner Brothers, Towering Inferno, and Eyes Wide Shut. I think it's fair to say that when it's a studio and they own the movie, that it's a missed opportunity to not put a movie out. I think that's fair to say. for sure. And there has been a lot of missed opportunities, mostly from Disney, but there you go. I am getting better. I'm getting better. Thank you for being here, Happy Crow. Do you think you will ever have so many physical movies that you're playing? I mean, some people would call me a hoarder right now, just because I got a wall of movies behind me. I got more over here. I don't think I'm a hoarder because I'm able to get rid of stuff. I got rid of like 70 or 80 movies like a couple of weeks ago. So I think that right there classifies me as not a hoarder because I'm able to actually remove stuff from the collection. Like if I was a hoarder, I wouldn't ever purge anything at all. So I'm sure some people will call me a hoarder now, but I don't know. I don't think that there's a number on that. I guess I don't think there's like a specific amount of movies I could have in my collection to be considered a hoarder or be called a hoarder. I think people can do it whenever they want. Jason A, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. You were one of the first channels I started watching when I restarted collecting. You were and continue to be a huge help. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. That's all I want. Is to share my love for movies while also trying to point you guys in the right direction of some awesome physical media releases and stuff. So that's why I take this pretty seriously. In some ways I don't, but in other ways I take it very seriously. I feel a responsibility. Like when something really cool gets announced, I'm like, I need to tell people about this. I need to make a video. And part of that is I need to make a video because I know it's a big title and people are going to watch. So there are selfish aspects of that as well, but it really is this feeling of responsibility to my viewers that if I'm going to be the guy, the hub for physical media, which is what I call myself, I got to be able to be on top of this stuff and let you guys know when this stuff gets announced and all that stuff. And I don't cover everything. There's stuff that I miss, but I try to give you all the highlights the best that I can and give you all as much information as I possibly can. So I appreciate you saying that. You met Hulk Hogan today and got Joker on 4K. Nice. I'm excited for Airplane. I'll be honest, I hope that they do a Airplane Steelbook and they do a Top Secret Steelbook because I don't want to buy Naked Gun again. I already own Naked Gun. I got a nice Steelbook of that. I don't need that again. So I don't want to buy the triple pack. So hopefully that's not the only option. Guys, we got 235 people in here. Thank you all so much for being here. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I'd appreciate it. Kinda on the Yapathon, K-Doggy. Let's get into X-rated media. The X-rated media, I don't think I have any. I might have one, but I'll cover that in a video. Do you have a list of movies you want from Screen Factory's October sale? I'm sure there's some stuff I missed out on that if it goes on sale, I might get it. But to be honest, their sales usually aren't very good. They are when it comes to the Blu-ray selection, but it's like I'm very leery of buying Screen Factory Blu-rays right now because they're upgrading so much of their stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I'll grab something. Maybe I won't. Happy Kid-Anniversary. Evening mid-level. What's up, Frank? How you doing, buddy? Feeling much better since 2 weeks ago. You can roast me if you want. Most people do in my comment section. So that's a popular thing to do on the channel. That's fine if you want to do it tonight in the chat. I don't care, Frank. Roast away. But you know what, Frank? I'll roast you right back. That's what I'll do. That got weird. Paul B loves movies with 10. I don't know what currency that is. I apologize. But 10. We'll just say $10. Thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let me play. For that, I'm gonna give you a little J Love.
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you so much. All right. Get him to the Greek. I'm already a half hour behind on this chat, guys. Oh my goodness. Congrats on 5 years and thank you. Just got Bringing Out the Dead Poltergeist 2 in the mail with mint slips. Nice. So I got it right here. I do have Bringing Out the Dead. I did a short video with it earlier this week. I watched the first 30 minutes of this before I went live, and it looks good. I'll just say that. I'm going to review it, so I don't want to give too much away, but I was pleased with the 4K so far. Looks good. Let's see. Thank you so much, Scorpion fans. Thank you, R6 cover tops. You can't enjoy who's in Get Him to the Greek? Is P. Diddy in Get Him to the Greek? I've only seen that movie once. I remember thinking it was okay. I like Forgetting Sarah Marshall though. You need to get the 2020 Disney Steals to come back. You talking about the Pixar color ones? I wasn't too impressed with those. Yes, I am. What's up, Antonis? Looking a little older than 5 kennels. Anyway, happy weekend. I don't know what that means. I mean, I started on YouTube 5 years ago, but I'm still old, right? I started on YouTube when I was 34. You guys know how hard it is to start on YouTube when you're 34? I'm old. Like, compared to all these kids out there, people are like 15 starting YouTube channels, 18, 20-year-olds out there doing videos and stuff. A lot of people are younger than me, but I'm here and I'm making it happen. I'll be 40 next year. That's crazy. That is crazy, but I know we're all going through it. We're all aging, right? Everybody's got their own thresholds that they're not excited for. Sammy with a $5 super chat. You are single-handedly keeping physical media alive. I don't know about single-handedly. There's a lot of great channels and a lot of great people doing great work out there. But I appreciate that, Sammy. I appreciate that. Let's see. Ken, if Michelle made you get rid of some movies in your collection, which 5 movies would you pick and why? Probably The Core on 4K, Bubba Hotep on 4K. Those are the 2 that's coming to mind. And I'd probably just pick out a bunch of random Dollar Tree Blu-rays that I'll never watch that I bought years ago. About 3 of those. Raw and uncut. Thank you, Lucas. She didn't really know what to think of it. She understood what I was doing and what I wanted to do, but to be honest, I don't think she could ever fathom, like, and me neither, like, that it would actually amount to anything. So she was always encouraging, for sure. Was always there with me because like when you're first starting off and like your video gets 100 views or 200 views, it's like you're excited about that. So she was always excited about that kind of stuff with me. So she was very encouraging and stuff in the beginning. Still is, but I think, she can get annoyed sometimes with just how much time that I'll devote to certain, things on the channel or time that I'll devote to the channel for sure. And I've been doing it for so long. Like I said, it was different when I first got started. Because it was like we were all just at home all the time. We were just bored. We couldn't go anywhere. So it was like, it wasn't a big deal for me to come down here for like 6 or 7 hours to film the report, to film the physical media report and other videos I had to do. I feel like I spent more time back in the early days than I do now. Face Off, Broken Arrow, Swordfish, Taking a Fellow on 1, 2, 3, General's Daughter. That's a good list. A lot, because I'd say 5 years ago, 2019, I had at least like one of those shelves full of movies and maybe like half of a smaller one. So I'd say it's probably like times 6 now, maybe times 5. from what I had. So it's is quintuple the word? I know quadrupled, quintupled. Is that it? It's at least times 5 from what it was in 2019, I would say. Frank's Media and Reviews. Thank you so much, man. $4.99 super chat. Because of you, I started collecting again and inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. You're a great ambassador to physical media and an okay friend too. Well, I appreciate that, Frank. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Go check out Frank because he's got a great channel. He really hit the ground running. Like sometimes I look at Frank's channel and everything he does, like he's doing so many reviews like all the time. I'm like, how do you have time to watch all this stuff and review it? Because I think Frank has 3 kids. But he started his channel, I think, early this year, and he hit the ground running. Like he's doing in-depth reviews and unboxings and showcases of his collection. Like he's doing all kinds of great stuff over there and live streams. And I definitely encourage you guys to go check out Frank's media and reviews. I did a collector's video with him not too long ago. So go check that out. Go check that out. There is a chance. I want to bring it back. There is a chance. I'm not gonna say anything set in stone because I don't want to disappoint anybody. Yeah, I don't think I haven't seen that. I've seen Bubble Boy, but I haven't seen that. So I would have put Look Who's Talking in there if I had another one. Oh my God, I can't like maybe I could have done that in my late 20s, but I don't know if I could do that now. I would have to have like people on with me to do it with. Thank you, Max Power. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I thought it was. I love Battlefield Earth though, to be honest. I need a haircut, so it will be shaved soon. What's up, AVA Pop Culture? Another great channel out there, so go check him out. Trust me, when the outlet to talk out movies goes away, it leaves a hole. It does. It's like, I didn't have anybody to talk about this stuff with. I was just writing I was literally watching movies and I was like writing notes in a notebook, like how I felt about it. I was like doing mini reviews in a notebook and to have like some form of outlet because I have some people in my life that, will talk movies with me. Of course, my wife will. She doesn't watch everything I watch. But it's like I needed this, so this came around at just the right time. It was just pushing myself to, because I'm a very introverted, shy person, guys. That's it by nature. That's just me. So like getting in front of a camera, like putting my face in front of a camera, like I'm not the most attractive guy. I'll be honest, guys. I'm not. Some of y'all may think I am. Maybe I'm telling you guys something brand new tonight. But I haven't been the most attractive guy my whole life. So the thought of putting myself in front of a camera for the entire world to see, because like when you're first starting off, it's like, 100, 200 people is watching your videos. But I'll put out a video now, and it gets 10,000 views. I'm like, 10,000 people watch this ugly mug, for 6, 7, 8 minutes or however long they watch before they clicked off the video. That's crazy to me. So yeah, it's very hard when you're starting off. It's because people, and I've been pretty fortunate. I don't have a ton of people comment on like my looks and stuff. But when I first started off, I would get people that would say kind of some mean things. And when you're first starting off, you're getting like 5 comments, and 4 out of 5 of them were negative. And then the other one is telling you that you messed something up, like a pronunciation or something. So it's hard when you're first starting to get through all that stuff, that negativity. But I eventually developed a somewhat thick skin, I guess. Some comments will bother me every now and then. But I really don't care. I just really don't care. Like I get on here and I say what I want and I have my opinion, and that's the video. If you don't like it or if you have a different opinion, you can comment. And that's just the way it is on YouTube. You have to be that way, or this stuff will tear you apart, and it'll make you just want to retreat into a corner and cry and never want to get on camera again. Yeah, this is a great classic moment. You're right. Yo, greetings from Denmark. Hope you're all having a great day. Thank you for watching. From Denmark. Let's see. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Like Face Off is a fun action film. Don't get me wrong. But it's kind of ridiculous too. Like we have to be honest about that, right? It's kind of ridiculous. You know, I think that Broken Arrow is a far superior movie. And John Travolta's great in that film. I think he's better as the villain in that than he is in Face Off. Let's see. Your channel is just fine. Don't change anything. Thank you, John. Face Off sucks. We need Sling Blade on 4K. We do. Where's Sling Blade? Oh my God, you're right. Das Boot's supposed to be coming, but yeah, Children of Men we need. Yeah, Galaxy Quest got announced this week. I'll talk about that on a Physical Media Report. But I think we knew that was coming. Yeah, I want all the Friday the 13th too. I really want Jason Goes to Hell on 4K. Yes, thank you for mentioning Jason Goes to Hell. That's my second favorite Friday the 13th movie. Yeah, I love Face Off. I do. I love Face Off, but it's goofy. It's goofy as shit. Like just the opening scene with Nicolas Cage, like in the choir outfit behind the girl, and he's like making that funny face in the camera. I was like, what is this? But it's a great movie. I love it. Great action film. No, because I think that's Disney. I think it's either 20th Century Fox or it's Touchstone. Can't remember. Yep, 5 more years, 10 more years, whatever. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? Thank you for joining. I appreciate that. Definitely go check out Stephanie for sure. It was really cool. You know, when I got in this community and I started making videos and stuff, and I feel like I watched Stephanie's channel like right at the beginning, like right when I started my channel, or maybe like right before, but she was one that I was watching like in the very, very early stages. So to have all these people that I watched before I started my channel and to get to collaborate with them and have them on roundtables and interact with them. And we still, you know, DM on Instagram and stuff like that. That's really cool. That's awesome. You know, and there's several examples of that. So that's definitely one of the best things about this this journey so far is just the friendships and the you know, people that I met through the community. Yeah, definitely the magnifying glass. Definitely. Yeah, that was that 6-hour stream was super fun. I don't know if I'd ever do a 6-hour stream on my channel, but it was on Tony's channel, so we let it ride. Okay, cool, man. Pandemic era YouTube. It was like we all didn't know what to do, and we were just all like stuck inside. And that's when I started live streaming and stuff, and everybody was live streaming, and it felt like a closer community back then. And I get it. Once things started, you know, ramping up again, people got busier, and you don't see as many like collaborative live streams and stuff like that anymore. And I mean, I'm partly to blame for that. I used to do a bunch of them, and now I don't. But things just got busier. Things got busier, and it's not like it was back then. But oh, thank you, Lim. It is awesome. That movie's going to look really good on 4K. Any special spooky movies that you and Michelle might watch for October this year? I'm going to try to get her to watch a couple. I don't know specifically what I'll be watching, but I'll try to get her to watch a couple. You know, the Cool Duders, Durant Cinema, definitely a big one. I'm trying to think. I don't remember if I started watching Sue, movies in Sue. She was right at the beginning too. But I think I'd already done a Blu-ray hunt by the time I watched her. But yeah, Cool Duder, you know, Wet Movie, Durant Cinema. Like I said, I wanted to do Blu-ray hunts. Like that's what I thought I could pull off and do. And I thought those were super fun. And I watched them all the time. I missed that era too. Like I would watch like 5 Blu-ray hunts every Tuesday. Like I was obsessed with them. I loved them. And now it's like after you make so many of them, you just don't, it's just, I guess, not that they're not great videos out there. Like Durant Cinema still does great videos every week, movies and Sue as well. But you're just not interested in watching it after you've made them for so long. Sometimes it's cool to see different people have different stuff in stores and stuff. But yeah, I would say those people for sure. Sad. Ken keeps it real. I try to keep it real as much as I can. This is me 100%. 100%. PK just now happened here. I've been watching you for a while. Has anyone been talking about Black Moon? No, I have not. I have not talked about that yet. It seems like YouTube can put you in an algorithm jail if you take too many breaks. Yeah, it does. That's always been my philosophy. I'm like, if I'm gonna grow, I'm gonna grow through grinding. Like I'm not the guy that's gonna put out 2 videos a month and grow 50,000 subscribers. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that's just gonna put shit out every day, and I'm gonna stay in your all's face, and I'm gonna grow like that. And I have, maybe I could have grew more if I cooled it a little bit, but I don't know. I like doing this stuff, so I put out as much as I can. Crystal Nine only gets 17 more of these until she heads off to college or whatever she wants to do. Yeah, man, just enjoy it, man. Like, and I felt like I did. I felt like I enjoyed my kids being young. We did a lot of stuff, but when they start getting, like I said, it's never enough. It's never enough. It gets to the point where it's like, I feel like I did a lot, but did I do as much as I should have? So yeah, you're always questioning yourself. But yeah, just cherish it. Just enjoy it. Thank you, Mozart. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that here in a second. What's up, Robzilla? What's up, Nick? Tell anyone calling a man want to be a family. I want to watch you more knowing you're being a good family man. Thank you, Eddie. And I'm not even trying to front myself as like a great family man. I'm not. Like there are things I could do better. My wife would certainly tell me that, but I try. I do the best I can to balance stuff. It just gets difficult. What are you talking about, Frank? Jamie Lee Curtis looking at herself in the mirror. Great class. You already said that. He has, Christian. I should just get it. The never-ending purchase. I did get that. Is that what you're talking about, Rob? The monstrosity? That's a beautiful edition. I just had faith. I just had faith it was going to be a beautiful edition. What do you want me to say? And I love that movie. I truly love that movie. I love the second one too. I would have loved it if the second one was in there. And to be completely honest, if they did a matching version of the second one, I'd probably get that too. But those movies, like I watched all the time as a kid. I loved them. So I can't wait for that. I had to get it. I just had to get it. At least it's not as bad as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre $300 plastic chainsaw set. I feel like I'm going to get my money's worth. She knew about it. We talked about it ahead of time. So I cleared it with her in a way, or at least prepared her for it. And I just told her, I'm like, I'm going to scale things back after that. Yeah, I'm just freezing. I'm frozen, Huck. What's up, Huck? I didn't even introduce Huck. Huck, thank you for being here. Huck is, has been a great friend, over the years. And I hope to get to do something with Huck again soon because I miss him. I'll be honest. I miss him. Mega Mike did a video of new movies coming out, and a lot are more than they need to be. Yeah, I mean, it's weird right now with the pricing. Like Amazon will keep stuff at like full SRP or MSRP until like 2 weeks before or a week before, and then I'll drop it down. So stuff is always like going to be more. I would say look on Orbit, look on Diabolic, whether or not you purchase from them or not, look on those sites, and that's going to be an indication of what the Amazon pricing is probably going to be at by the time it comes out. I think it's a little bit of both, if I'm being completely honest. I think that some companies are trying to get away with pricing their stuff a little bit more because they know what the hobby has turned into and become. And it's not the normies collecting all this stuff anymore. It is the people that are willing to spend a little bit more to get some of these collector's editions. And so I do think it's them kind of trying to tap in and hone in on that market, and make stuff premium. Because that's what it's all about, guys, is it's trying to make the best editions possible so you can charge as much as you possibly can for them. And some companies, look, they're worth it. They're worth the cost. Like I think that Second Sight, I never feel gypped when I get a Second Sight edition. It's a good price. I feel like $49.99 or $55.99 or $54.99. That's not a bad price for what you get from Second Sight. It's just not. So, Vinegar Syndrome, I think for the most part, I feel like I get my money's worth unless the movie's just complete garbage. But the VSUs, they're really nice additions. Some companies, Severin. Sorry, I had a cough. Feel a little bit overpriced. $70, $65 for not so great packaging. I don't know. I think Severin's a little overpriced. Yeah, The Watchers was fun. It was fun. No, I didn't get Doomsday. Like I said, I can't get everything. And I hadn't seen that movie, so I don't know. I may get it at some point. Yeah, I should be having The Hitcher coming soon. Yeah, I will say with Imprint, like traditionally, their prices have always been pretty high. I mean, let's be honest. Some of their box set releases are upwards of like 80, $90, and they'll cost like $100 to import. Now, this is one movie, and those are like multiple movies, but they've always been on the high end. Like Imprint has never really been cheap. So I think that for that set and what they're including in that replica booklet, depending on how good quality it is, I'm hoping it's great quality. I think that makes sense, and it's pretty in line with what they do for the most part. All right, guys, might have to skip through a little bit just to catch up. What's up, Nuclear Frozen? Yeah, we should have got that this year. I don't know why Warner Brothers wouldn't put that out. They have that, right? I think they have that. Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, James. I did. I keep forgetting to talk about that because it's a UK release. It's not in the States, but I have been meaning to talk about that on the Physical Media Report, but I haven't. Thank you, Marco. Look, I put it on the most conservative ads I could possibly do without just not setting ads at all, which I can't do that. That kills the stream, guys. If I don't set ads, like YouTube's not going to promote the stream. So I got to have some ads, but I put it on the most conservative option. So if you're seeing a bunch of ads, like that's YouTube, trying to take a piece. I feel like that's what that is. Let's see. 5. I bought 5 because I sold it to half price book. So I got like $40 for it all. There's a lot of DVDs and stuff. No, I've never given anybody a swirly. What kind of questions are these, Melvin? I've heard that people saw it in the theaters. Now, I've gotten 2 conflicting reports. Some people saw it in the theaters and they said it looked awful. But I've heard a lot of comments recently and I think most of them came from my Physical Media Report this past Monday, that it looked excellent in the theaters and they're excited for the 4K. So we'll just see. We'll just see where it goes. For one, Kevin, that would be extremely stressful. And I'm just not there. In terms of, views. And it's like, yeah, I could start stuff like Patrons and members and all that stuff, which I've kind of been resistant to do for a long time. I still might do it. Like, I'm not against the idea of having like exclusive content and stuff like that, but I don't know. I just, I don't feel like it's for me at this particular time. So yeah, I could do that kind of stuff, but it's like YouTube AdSense, like I'm not gonna say I make nothing. I make a decent amount off that, but it's not quit my job money. Like I still need that security of having an actual job with health benefits, 401k, like all that kind of stuff. Like I can't just, I would be so stressed out like doing this as like a full-time job. Like that would be extremely stressful. And it sounds nice. It sounds nice to be able to sit at home and make videos all day, but I don't know. I like the security of having like an actual job. Um, I'm not saying it's not a possibility, like, who knows, but I don't see it ever happening if I'm being completely honest. So I think people have like a misconception with like what it takes to go full time, because there are people that have gone full time. But I think that it just depends on the person and the situation. I just don't feel comfortable doing it. Not with 2 kids. Let's see. Did I like snap bracelets? I don't think I ever wore any snap bracelets. No. No. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Huck. Happy 5th anniversary. What's up, Anthony? Thank you so much. It did suck ass. Oh my God. Yeah, my wife and I reviewed that on her channel. You can go check out my full thoughts on it. But I thought Beetlejuice was an abomination. I thought it was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I would rather watch Bubba Hotep again than watch Beetlejuice again. The fact that has an 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. Are you fucking serious? Like that just goes to show you that like the landscape of critics nowadays, not trying to call anybody out, but like you can't take them seriously anymore. Like they're a joke. Like if they gave that movie, if 80% of the critics gave that movie a positive review, the state of movie critics today is a joke. It's a laughing stock. I think it's a joke. I'll say it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't really have any friends on here that are Rotten Tomatoes certified anyway. So, yeah, I think it's a joke. I think Rotten Tomatoes is a joke. I think movie reviews, like, I don't want to say movie reviews in general are a joke, but I think that film criticism has just gotten to a place where I just don't know. It's just hard to take seriously. I like giving my thoughts on films, but I just like talking about how I felt about it, like from my perspective. Just giving my opinion. But like people, I don't know. I feel like people that review movies nowadays and are Rotten Tomatoes certified have maybe seen like 50 movies before 2010. And I don't know. I just feel like to be Rotten Tomatoes certified, like you need to have a good understanding. Like I wouldn't even think that I don't even think I deserve to be Rotten Tomatoes certified. And there's tons of movies I haven't seen, which is why. But it's like I think if you're to be Rotten Tomatoes certified, like you need to have a good understanding of like the landscape of film. Like you shouldn't have just seen like the MCU movies and like I don't know, Christopher Nolan films. And that's it. You're Rotten Tomatoes certified. I don't know. I just think it's a joke. And if anybody said it's better than the original, like go F yourself. Go F yourself. I just went hard in. It just pisses me off. Oh my God. But the movie made 100. I think it's like grossed almost 300 million like worldwide. So what the fuck do I know? Like what do I know? They made tons of money off of it. I think it's just because it had a great marketing campaign. Like it had a brilliant marketing campaign, and Michael Keaton and Catherine O'Hara, everybody was out in front and center, like promoting this movie. And I think they did a great job at that. That's why the movie did good. But I just think it's shit. I thought it was shit. Oh, somebody anonymously sent you that? I thought you knew who sent you that. No, I didn't send it to you. I still got it in my collection. And you got it without the slip. I think I got the slip. Or did you get it with the slip? I can't remember your picture. But no, I still have it. I can show it to you. I got it on VHS too, because Tim Talks Talkie sent me the VHS last year. Smirk88 says, hey, good evening, Ken. What's up, Smirk? What's up, Hap Cheetah? What About Bob? I don't know, man. I think What About Bob is Disney too. Oh, thank you, Nick 4K. Hello from the UK, Ken. Loving your content and regular physical media updates. Thank you, Kondo. What's up, Movie Den? Oh, hey, Sue. Thank you so much, Sue. I appreciate that. Sue is a big inspiration for me for sure in the early days. Don't sell yourself short, Ken. In the right light, you can be quite strong. What light is? Oh shit. Oh, I'm sorry, Gus. I know Gus is a big Core fan. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's freaking insane. It's freaking insane. I gotta watch my language now, guys, because I uploaded a pickup video. And YouTube put limited on it. If you know what that means, it means that it basically can't be monetized. And when I was looking at the details and I went back and watched the video, I said the S word within the first 50 seconds. And they said that is a no-no, that YouTube will restrict your video if you cuss within like the first minute or something. And I feel like I've done it before, but it's like now I really got to watch my language. Or YouTube's going to put the hammer down, which is ridiculous. This is my channel. I should be able to say whatever the heck I want to. All right. Within reason, you know. I don't think the S word or the F word is, we're all adults here, right? This is not a kid channel, you know. But anyways. Oh, I got some super chats here. Doug Russell with $1.99. Thank you so much, Doug. I appreciate that, man. I always enjoy your content. Well, I appreciate you, Doug. Thank you. Can you believe you have 28K people subscribed to you, says Kevin Payne? No, like it's wild. It's wild. Like I remember getting to 1,000. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, how did this happen? 1,000? Like, that's nuts. But to have 28,000, like it's something that because oftentimes, like, when you get in the heat of the moment and the thick of things on YouTube and you're watching other people and how they're growing and stuff, and you look at certain channels and you're like, oh man, this guy's like 60. Oh, this guy's almost at 100K. Like, oh man, that'd be nice to get there. I don't know if I'll ever get there or not, but it's like, why think about 100K? It's good to have goals, but it's like, think about the 28K that you got that subscribed to you and focus on that. Like that's freaking incredible. Like that's amazing. I'm just a regular guy. There ain't nothing special about me. I come down here and I talk physical media and I show additions off and I try to be somewhat entertaining and interesting and just not boring. That's all I can do. That's the channel. That's why I call myself mid-level media. You guys ever wonder that? Mid-level media. I'm just a regular guy, just a mid-level guy. I haven't seen everything. I haven't watched everything. I don't know everything, but I like talking about this stuff. So I do it. I give you my opinion from a mid-level perspective. That's what the channel is about, guys, if you didn't know. But Kevin, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. We also got Fox Mulder, the X-Files up in here, donating $1. Thanks so much. I need to watch, because I've seen like some episodes of the X-Files like back in the day, but I got the whole series on DVD. I need to try to watch that series at some point. Jason A, $5 super chat says, set up a Patreon, Ken. No pressure for exclusive content, etc. It just makes it easy for us to support the hard work that you do. Well, Jason, because you said it, I'm setting it up tomorrow. No, I'm just joking. I appreciate that, man. I just know how tough like times are right now. And it's like I appreciate the donations, obviously. And I encourage the donations. It does help support me and help support the channel. And StreamYard's getting ready to up their price, so like $50. So it's like I'm gonna have to pay more per month for StreamYard. And there are costs that goes into this, guys. I pay to have my editor on my phone and things like that. So it really means a lot, like the support. And plus, it's just the time investment that goes into this. It's nice to have a little bit return on that investment. So I appreciate the support and I appreciate the super chats. But I never want to make people feel like they have to support in that way. It's like your support for just watching the video and liking the video and commenting on the video sometimes is enough, and I will encourage people to maybe watch the ads for like 20 seconds. That helps out for sure. But yeah, it's something that I've thought about, but I want to make it, I don't just want to set it up and not have any like perks or anything to it. I want it to have some kind of value to it when I set it up. So, it's possible. I'm not like against it. It's just, I just want to have a path, I guess. I want to have a plan set in place when I do it. But thank you, Jason. I don't know if we'll get that or not. Yeah, that was a time for sure. Are there still any movies, TV movies, miniseries out there that's still never released on DVD? I mean, there's tons, man. Tons. There's so much that's still stuck on VHS. There's tons of stuff. I need to go back and figure that out. Maybe do a video. Oh, for sure. I'm trying to think of the last time I did it. I can tell you, I'll probably do it for Late Night with the Devil. I'll probably get that Steelbook at some point, and I'm getting the second sight version and the umbrella version. But I'm sure there's an example. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I've definitely got 4 or 5 different versions of a movie in the collection. I mean, Terminator 2, I bought the 4K, I bought the 4K Steelbook, I bought the 2 movie 4K Steelbook with Total Recall, or I think that was a Blu-ray Steelbook maybe. So yeah, I've triple and quadruple dipped for sure. Yes, for sure. I started watching it, so I'm hopefully gonna finish it tomorrow and have the review up sometime this weekend. Hey Ken, long time. Hope all is well. Can't wait for my Elm Street pre-order. I've already ordered in the last 5 months. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for Elm Street, man. Really excited. Let's see. What's your favorite Megan Fox movie? Probably either Jennifer's Body or I like that movie she did a couple years ago, Till Death. I thought that was pretty solid. So I also really like her in This Is 40. I think she's pretty funny in that. I haven't seen Oddity, Kyle. Yeah, Frank's a big fan of Oddity. Jason says, can I have twin 15-year-old kids? I'm working to turn into film fans. Can you recommend 3 must-see horror titles for my queue for spooky season? R-rated is no issue if there's not much adult nudity. So I definitely recommend Poltergeist. I think that's a good gateway horror film. I would recommend The Gate. The Gate. If you haven't seen that, I watched that when I was a kid. That was one of the first horror movies I ever watched. So I would recommend The Gate, Poltergeist, and I'm trying not to give you something that's like too scary. But will have a lasting effect on your kids. I mean, I just showed my son this. Oh, you got 15-year-olds. I just showed my son Jason Lives, and he hasn't seen any of the other Friday the 13th films, but I figured Jason Lives was a good one to start him off with because I feel like it's a tamer Friday the 13th film. It's more fun, more kid-friendly. There's no nudity in it, and I don't feel like there's a ton of gore, and it's a good introduction to Jason, I think. So I would recommend Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. So there you go. Yeah, they will have a 24-hour sale, I'm sure. Thank you, Jordan. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to skip through some stuff. I appreciate all of you all. I hope I don't miss anybody. I'm trying to get to everybody. We're just BSing, Geronimo. Just BSing. I mean, The Abyss and Aliens were the two that people praised. I didn't love Aliens personally, but The Abyss is great. Looks great, and they're worth it for the special features alone. Um, let's get to the news. People want news. All right, you guys want news? Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah. Critics for movies and games are basically paid off and useless at this point. Well, I mean, there's people out there that say I'm paid off for reviewing like 4Ks and stuff. So I don't like totally buy into that. I feel like there's a lot of critics with credibility. Um, so, and there are really good critics out there, guys. There are. I just feel like the vast majority, I just don't know. Like I see these reactions like online that some people have to these movies. And I'm like, what? It's like everything's the best movie of all time or it's the worst movie ever made. And it's like there's no in between. It's like the reality is 90% of movies that come out are just fine. They're just fine. But everybody wants to like hype it up to like one direction or the other. Like that's my big problem with criticism nowadays. Um but yeah. Yeah. I can tell you personally, I'm not paid off. If you count like me being sent stuff by the studios or labels as being paid off, then maybe you could say I'm paid off. But it's like I give my honest opinions like always, and I've never had a label or anybody say that they can't send me something because I've given a negative opinion on something. So um, I've never had that experience personally, so I don't feel like that would be even necessary. Let's see. Well, screw you, Fox. I'm just joking, Fox. It's okay. Look, we all have different opinions. I'm just passionate sometimes, and I say things. I don't mean. If you liked it, then it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to go F yourself. Thank you so much for the $1 super chat, by the way, Fox. I just couldn't believe that script even got through. Yeah, I looked over at my son. He's 14, and I said, "This movie." I said, "Yeah, this movie sucks," and he was just like, "Yeah." So my son hated it too. I think my daughter was somewhat entertained, but she didn't really care about it. She didn't really care about it. Yeah, it's okay. If you guys like Beetlejuice, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say anything bad about anybody that likes it. I just get hyped up and passionate sometimes. And I just say stupid things. So if you liked it, that's perfectly fine. We all like terrible movies, right? Uh, what's my least favorite genre? I don't know. I honestly can't answer that. I don't know. I feel like I can see the value in all genres, but I'd have to think really hard. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Because I could say like romantic movies or rom coms, but I like those too if they're good. Um, yeah, it certainly did. But the funny thing is, the Flash didn't do that. He couldn't do that with Batman, but he did it with Beetlejuice. So that's kind of funny. Yeah, it is getting spicy in here. The Core. I never want to watch Beetlejuice again. That movie, like, I just wanted to exit my mind. I don't even want to think about it anymore. That was atrocious. Like, it was shit. Oh my god, it was horrible. What's up, Mama Blu-ray? How you doing? I actually like Frozen Empire. I thought that was pretty good. Afterlife, I liked it at the time, but it got worse for me, like, the more I thought about it. Because it's really just like a remake of the original, just like a shitty remake that's not very well done. It almost acts as like a satire of the original at certain points. I think we all just kind of forgot about that. because they played with our heartstrings at the end and toyed with our emotions. But it's really not a good movie. I think Frozen Empire is better than Afterlife. Yeah, I think I said the F word like 2 minutes into the stream. Yep, I don't ever click that box. I don't ever click it. Yeah, I need to stop. Tony's going to get me. Tony's probably the one that's demonetizing my videos. I think Tony works for YouTube. Thank you, John. I appreciate that, Fox. Yeah, that did get leaked, didn't it? Like I said, it's it only takes a few bad reviewers to give everybody a bad rap. I think, there's a lot of good reviewers out there. There is. I do think there's some truth to that. Look, there's times when I'm reviewing like some of these classic movies that I know a lot of people love, and I just wasn't feeling it, and I got to get in front of the camera and be like, you know what? I like this was okay. But this movie I just didn't really like that much. I try to be as honest as I can all the time, but sometimes it feels like I have to sugarcoat things a little bit for people. Because it's like, I know everybody loves this and everybody's going to let me have it in the comment section. They're going to tell me I'm uncultured and I don't know what a good movie is. And I like this movie, so my opinion doesn't matter. Everybody likes to throw that out. So it kind of gets to you and gets inside of your head, but I really try to be as honest as I can at all times. And it's like I said, it's like, I don't care. You can say whatever you want. Ken didn't like this movie because you're not a real fan of cinema. That kind of stupid shit. It just gets on my fucking nerves. It just does. Sorry, guys. I dropped the F-bomb again. That whole like cinephile, true fan of cinema, like that shit just gets on my nerves, gets under my skin so bad. It's like, who are you to fucking tell me how big of a movie fan I am? I've been watching this shit since I was a kid. I love movies. Okay. Go F yourselves. That's the second time I said that tonight. And I meant it. Sometimes I just gotta lash out, guys. I apologize. This video is getting demonetized for sure. C-Rad, sorry I'm late. I just finished watching the 4K of The Village of the Damned. Have you watched it yet? Thoughts on the transfer? I have not. I'm on a spending freeze, so I couldn't get it. So I'll get it though. I do want to get it. I'll probably just order it at the beginning of next month because I want to get Death Becomes Her, The Wolfman, and then I'll get the Village of the Damned 4K. I'll probably just order them all together or something. And that'll be the Scream Factories I get next month. Fright Night. Yeah, Fright Night's a great film. I got that Steelbook. I'm good with that edition. That's all I need. What's up, Jake? I just got home from work from watching The Substance. Ooh. Last 30 minutes were horrendous. How was horrendous? How? It was horrible? It was a shitty movie? Or was it just like visually horrendous and it made you sick to your stomach? I really want to see that. That's the director that did Revenge, and I love Revenge. I think it looks cool. I think it looks pretty badass. Demi Moore, hell yeah. But I'm jealous, Jake. I wanted to go see that. You should have picked me up. We could have went out and saw it. Yeah, I liked Till Death, Huck. I liked it. The Exorcist is fine. Really, like any horror movie is fine for a 15-year-old. Like when I started answering that question, I was thinking like 8 or 9 or 10, but then I remembered you said 15. I was watching everything by the time I was 15. So let's see. I'm gonna try to scroll. Favorite story, probably the werewolves, probably the chick werewolves, because I was pretty taken aback when I first saw that. I was like, oh shit, I did not expect this. So yeah, I'll say that. Can you recommend some horror movies R-rated without nudity, sex stuff from Scream Factory? There's a lot of that. Nudity and sex stuff. What about Creep Show? Is there nudity in Creep Show? I don't think there is. There's nudity in Creep Show too, but not Creep Show. Creep Show. I can't remember all the sex stuff and everything. Child's Play 2. Creep Show. What else was I going to say? Poltergeist 2. That's a good one. I was going to say Return of the Living Dead, but there's a lot of nudity in that. Well, we'll say that. Creep Show and Child's Play 2 and 3. All right, you can get those. No sex stuff, right? Yeah, I don't think there's sex stuff in those. I didn't watch Mickey 17 trailer. Everyone is entitled to their opinions. You're right. What's up, Alex Ritchie? When buying steel books, have you ever received them dented? If so, do you return? I try not to get frustrated with that, man. If I get it, I just consider it a part of the collection. You know, it's a part of the imperfections of my collection. It's something that happens. I try not to stress out about it. Now, if it comes completely like bashed in and I can't even close it or something, like, yeah, I'm going to return that. But if it's like a little ding or dent on the side, I just don't get frustrated with that. We do need a 4K of Cobra. You're right. You're right. Did they announce stuff? Yeah, I definitely understand that wave. That's a good way to look at it. Oh, what did you think of those, AVA? I mean, I love Suspiria, but if you didn't like Donnie Darko, like I was bored to shit watching that movie, I'll be honest. I understand Donnie Darko. Yeah, the Deer Hunter's fine. It's got like, in my opinion, the Deer Hunter's got like one great scene, and it's the Christopher Walken Russian roulette scene. And like everything else around that is just like, yeah, it's fine. Kind of boring. It's overly long. But what do I know? It won Best Picture. Oh, we're getting raw, guys. I'm 5 years into this, and I just don't give an F anymore. I just don't. Yeah, and that's one thing that's why I shouldn't have said what I said. But it's like if you like Beetlejuice, you like Beetlejuice. It's fine. I go off the rails sometimes. I really don't think that my opinion of it matters any more than other people. I just don't understand. I don't understand how anybody likes it, you know? Or how any critic can look at that movie objectively and say that it's a well-written, well put together film and give it they can say they like it and they enjoy it and they have fun with it, but you can't like say it's a good movie. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it happens for sure. Oh Lord, hope not. Yeah, I mean, I don't even get on there. I've never really engaged in the Blu-ray forums. I see stuff on Twitter, Instagram, and then my YouTube comment section. That's pretty much it. But I hear it gets pretty vile on there. Oh really? It makes me even more excited to watch it now, Jake. Cat people. Cat people. Go-to coffee. What am I drinking now? I think I'm drinking Folgers or Maxwell House. I just get whatever's the cheapest, whatever's on sale. I did have some Tim Hortons. Somebody sent me from Canada. Yeah, see, I couldn't get, but that was one of those movies, Donnie Darko, where there was enough interesting things going on where I was like, all right, I'm not digging this now. Let me return to it in like 5-10 years and maybe I'll appreciate it more. Because obviously there's something there. Like everybody loves it. I really try to, to come around on movies and appreciate movies for what they are. But it's like, at the end of the day, you just got to cut your losses and be like, I just don't like this movie. But that's got a bomb ass Arrow Video edition that I don't want to take off my shelf. So I got to act like I like it somewhat, right? To be able to justify keeping it back there in the collection. Oh, now we're getting controversial. Keeping movies in your collection you don't like, Ken? That's ridiculous. Wow, I would never keep a movie in my collection I didn't like. That's ridiculous, Ken. Do you even like movies? I'm a true cinephile. We're just gone straight off the rails tonight. No, that's a good question, Marius. I did not give up. I actually just watched Hell Comes to Frogtown last night, which was pretty interesting. But I've got one movie left. To watch. It's The Wailing on 4K, and then I'll be done. And I watched a lot of other movies that I'm going to talk about in the video. So I think I'll have 18 or 19 movies to talk about or something like that. And I only put 10 in my watch pile. So I'll talk about all those and then I'll pick up my other ones. I'll probably have that out in like a week or so. I just need to get The Wailing watched on 4K. So that's a good question. I know it's been months. It's been since like May or something, but I had some stuff I wanted to go over tonight, guys. So Scream Factory is having a going out of print sale, and there's a couple of pretty notable titles on here that you guys may want to jump on before they sell out forever. The two that I'm talking about is the Fly collection and the Omen collection. And the reason I say you might want to jump on these is because these are both 20th Century Fox franchises. And when Scream Factory acquired these, they were not owned by 20th Century Fox was not owned by Disney yet. So, or I think they were in the process of being bought, but they could still license stuff. So these are on sale right now. There's only 54 in stock of the Fly collection. It's $30. Totally worth it. It's 5 movies and it's a great set. I remember getting it for like $40 at Walmart back in the day. But yeah, the Fly, this may be the best like edition of the Fly that we'll ever get, because if it's owned by Disney, who the hell knows if it'll get a 4K? I'd like to think, because it feels like Disney at this point, they'll put a 4K out if it's director influenced, if the director pushes for it. So I don't know if David Cronenberg would go out of his way to push Disney to put out a 4K of the Fly or not. I don't know if that's possible, if that would happen. But I don't see him doing the Vincent Price one in 4K or the other Fly sequels or the Fly 2 with Eric Stoltz. I don't see those getting 4K. Like maybe the Cronenberg one will, but like even that's kind of iffy to me. So this may be the best edition of the Fly that you ever get. So if there was ever a time for FOMO, it's now on the Scream Factory website, $29.99 for the Fly collection. And there's 54 left. I wanted to link this stuff down below, but I didn't get around to it. So just type in screamfactory.com and head to the website, and it's pretty much on the front page when you get on there that they're having the sale. So let's see. That's the Fly collection. And then we have the Omen. And, we got the Omen franchise. How well did the first Omen do in the theaters? did it not do, I can't remember how well it did. We may get a second Omen or whatever they call it. And I think if that comes out, like it's possible they might do the first Omen in 4K. Disney might. But again, it's owned by Disney, 20th Century Fox. So who knows if we'll actually get the Omen on 4K or not. Like I said, this might be the best edition of all 5 of these films. You got the first 1 through 4 Omen movies, then you got the remake in this set, which I know a lot of people aren't huge fans of the remake. I saw in the theaters back in 2006. I haven't seen it since. So I can't remember how good or bad it was. I remember it not being good enough for me to watch again. So, but it's in this box set, and then you got the other 4 Omen movies. So for $29.99, it's a beautiful set. I mean, the artwork on this one and The Fly, like they're both phenomenal. But these are both owned by Disney. So it's like at this point, we have to wonder if we'll ever get these better editions of these movies. Because like as Richard Donner's passed away, like he's not going to push to get the first get the first Omen movie on 4K. It would have to be Disney that does the work there, or Disney and Sony. And do they have the motivation to do that just because they're doing another film in the franchise? They didn't do it for the first Omen, so why would they do it for the next one? If there's even going to be a next one. They did leave it open at the end of the first Omen for there to be another one. So I think it's possible, but I don't know, guys. At this point, I have no faith in Disney at all to deliver the Omen movie on 4K. So like I said, this may be your best bet to get this. And this is the going out of print sale. Trying to see. There's a bigger image of it. Like the artwork on this one is beautiful. Just absolutely gorgeous. This one just says in stock, so there may be quite a few editions left of this on their site. So yeah, just check it out. Another one I wanted to talk about though, real quick. It's not on here, but Big Trouble in Little China is another Fox title that Screen Factory has, and it's not on their website right now currently, but it is on Amazon for $27.99. So you can still get Big Trouble in Little China, the Blu-ray edition from Screen Factory, which I'm about ready to order myself if I wasn't on a spending freeze, because I just have the regular Blu-ray of that movie, the MGM Blu-ray. I think I got it back in Walmart back in like 2017 or something with one of those like slipcover variations that they had. And I never got the Screen Factory version, but I know that has like 9 or 10 special features on it. So like I think I want to add that to the collection. I'm just not going to worry about whether or not it gets a 4K or not, because I don't think it will. I honestly don't think Big Trouble in Little China will get a 4K just because it's owned by Disney, 20th Century Fox. I don't see anybody pushing for that. Like I don't see John Carpenter pushing to get that movie put out on 4K. I don't think John Carpenter really cares about this stuff, to be completely honest. So yeah, get on Amazon if you want that, because it's not on the Screen Factory website, and I actually thought it might have sold out and went out of print, but it's still on Amazon. So if you want Big Trouble in Little China, get on Amazon and pick it up there. All right, so let me go through some of this other stuff real quick, guys. They have the Halloween 2 Collector's Edition, so they'll still have Halloween 2 on 4K, but they're talking about the Collector's Edition with the vinyl, like that's what's going out of print. Warning sign. Pee-wee's Playhouse, I guess they're talking about the box set because they just put this out, so I don't see them already running out of this. Ned Kelly, what's that, a movie with Orlando Bloom and Heath Ledger? You got a Slapshot Steelbook. You got Beyond Battle, Battle Beyond the Stars, Roger Corman film. Steelbook on here for $16.99. You got Motel Hell Steelbook on here for $14.99, which there is a 4K of Motel Hell. I have not watched the 4K, so I can't speak to how much better it looks than the Blu-ray, but that is available on there if you want that steelbook. It's a cool steelbook. Clove Hitch Killer is a really good movie. It's a really good thriller. So I do recommend that. $9.99 is not a bad price for that. You got the TV set, Mystery Science Theater 3000. Talk to Me. That's not the horror movie. That's a movie that looks like it has Don Cheadle in it. The Winds, Demon. So I mean, it's just it looks like The Omen and the Fly box set are probably the two most notable releases. Relic, I did not like Relic at all. I remember watching that during the pandemic, and I was like, this movie is awful. I think I paid like $7 to watch that too. That's $9.99 though. That's $9.99. And then you got The Ticket. That's Dan Stevens in that movie. Jackals. So a bunch of the IFC Midnight stuff on here that's going out of print. I wonder if it's going out of print because IFC, isn't that a partner label of Vinegar Syndrome? I wonder if they're going to end up putting editions of those out from Vinegar Syndrome. That's why they're going out of print. I don't know. But yeah, just a bunch of generic Walmart shelf titles here, guys. I don't mean to be mean, but that's what they are. That's what they are. You know, Elizabeth Harvest. I remember seeing Elizabeth Harvest at Target for 2 years straight on the shelf. Nobody ever wanted to buy it. Nobody. I mean, nobody wanted to get Elizabeth Harvest. I don't know what they had against Elizabeth, but they had some against her. Radio Flash. So yeah, bunch of nothing. I mean, get you the Fly box set, get you the Omen set. They're both worth it. $60 to get both of those if you don't have them. I honestly think at this point, that's probably the best versions of those movies that you're going to get. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I feel like those are the best versions of those movies that you're going to get. So yeah, that is the going out of print soon sale that is going on Screen Factory. Let's talk about Terrorvision because they announced this week that they have to exit the warehouse that they're using. And because of that, they have to find a new warehouse and they don't want to move all that stock because they have a lot of stock. So they announced the sale. So Terrorvision's got a sale going on right now, which if you haven't heard of Terrorvision, they're Terrorvision's not a new company. They've done stuff. They've done a lot of records and stuff like that, other things, but they're new to the physical movie media game, I guess. Relatively new, I think within the past couple of years. They're the ones that put out Frogman, that's in Walmart right now. A few other titles are in Walmart right now. I think Malum went to Walmart as well. But they put out, cult horror films, Vinegar Syndrome type stuff, guys. I mean, it's, you have to like that kind of stuff. Don't just go on here and start blind buying stuff from Terrorvision without knowing what you're getting yourself into. They got stuff like the Nail Gun Massacre, which I kind of wanted. That's a 4K, I think. So maybe I'll get that. I think if you spend $100 in the US, you get free shipping. If you spend $149 in Canada, you get free shipping. And then the rest of the world, I think, is $200 maybe to get free shipping. So they are offering free shipping on some stuff. But yeah, just going through these prices, they're marked down. Nail Gun Massacre is marked down $5. It's not like an incredible sale, but they do want to get rid of some of the stock, so they're marking stuff down. WNUF Special, which I've heard good things about, and I am going to watch that this year for Halloween. That's $24.99. Psycho Sisters, Video Violence, In the Woods. They do a lot of like newer films as well. And a mixture of newer films and then older, classics, or not classics, but, cult horror films from like the 80s and stuff. You got Slashers Blu-ray for $19.99. The Newlyweds, Deads. So some of their older titles are $19.99, which that's not a bad price for Terrorvision because they're marked down from $27.99. So some of these are marked down a full $8. Dante's Inferno for $17.99. You got Srigala, which is supposedly a Indonesian Friday the 13th ripoff. That is $17.99. And they got When the Screaming Starts on 4K for $17.99. So that's not a bad deal for that. Yeah, they got some good stuff on here. Some good deals. All Jacked Up and Full of Worms. That's down to $14.99. So there's some more There's some better deals than the stuff that's marked down just $3. There's stuff that's marked down quite significantly. So I might partake in this. I don't know if I'll buy $100 worth of stuff. And it has to keep going on until October for me to participate because I'm on a spending freeze, like I say, guys. But if you want to check that out, check out that sale. You can get on terrorvisionrecords.com and check it out. So that's pretty much all I got, guys. I was going to talk, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about it, but I don't really do a lot of gaming content on this channel. But I did get some people send me this story, and it is kind of physical media related. But the PS5 Pro got announced last week, and it's like I don't know anything about gaming nowadays, guys, but apparently this does not have a disk drive. And I think Xbox already has an option to purchase an Xbox with no disk drive. But I think it's the fact that with this particular iteration of the PS5, which is an updated version of it with better graphics, I think it runs better. It's got a better processor. This is the only way you can get this without the disk drive. So a lot of people are pointing to this is the evolution of gaming consoles. And in the future, when we get the next Xbox and we get the PS6, they're not going to have disk drives either. And physical gaming is pretty much going to be extinct. It's going to be a thing of the past, which I would argue it has been. Ever since they made you download the game from the disc or download the game from online while having the disc in there, and you got to spend like hours downloading the game before you can play it on the actual disc because there's too much or there's not enough room on the disc to run the game because the games are like it's a huge difference from a movie to a game, right? Like a movie is 2-3 hours, but a game's got hours of content and entire worlds, and like you can't possibly put that on a disc. So when it comes to gaming, I'm a little less worried about it moving to digital only releases because I kind of just think that's the evolution of it at this point, and that's just where it has to go because you can't fit all that stuff on a disc. Now, I do hope that we still get companies, Nintendo is still putting out cartridges for the Switch. That's why I love Nintendo. That still have save files on it and everything. So they're still putting out cartridges that don't require you to download them for 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours. So I hope we still get some gaming companies that are doing that kind of stuff. But like when it comes to Xbox and PS5 and PS6 and just the evolution of gaming and just how big and massive these gaming worlds have gotten, like this is just the evolution. Like you can't possibly put those on a disc. So in my mind, there's really nothing else they could do. So to me, it's not a huge deal when it comes to gaming and losing that physical disc because I've had to download these games on it. So it's like, why do I have a disc if I got to download the game and take up the memory on my player anyway? Like it doesn't make it just to have the case. That's truly a pointless item to own. Like you have the case, you have the disc, but it's pointless to have it. Like you could have just downloaded the game and it's the same thing. So that's just my thoughts on that, on the PS5 Pro release dates. Let's see. All right, so let me get back into the chat a little bit, and then we're gonna be done, guys. We're gonna be done. I've been live for almost 2 hours. I appreciate you guys joining me on this journey tonight, on this YouTube journey over the past 5 years. It's been fun. It's gotten real. You have, Frank. You have. I'm gonna get to it. Oh my God, David, the Flatliners I wasn't like too high on the movie to be completely honest, but the 4K is incredible. It's an amazing transfer by Arrow, so don't worry about that. It's a great 4K. Check it out. Let's see. Yeah, they played Tears for Fears like in the first 10 minutes. That hooked me. I don't want Killer Condom. I just don't. I don't need that in the collection. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think there's a lot of people like that. I think there's a lot of people like that. And that's okay. You know, I don't use reviews at all to decide whether or not I'm watching a movie. I don't even watch reviews before I go see a movie because a lot of times I'm talking about it myself and I don't want anybody's like ideas or thoughts to get in my head. Um, I watch reviews after I've watched the movie, after I've given my thoughts on the movie, just because I want to see what everybody else thinks because I'm interested in that person and their thoughts on movies and I want to see what they said. Um, so that's why I watch reviews if I do watch them, which I don't watch a ton of them anymore. It's after I've given my thoughts and I'm just curious because I like that person. I'm interested in what they have to say. I respect them. As someone who likes movies, as a fellow movie fan, critic, whatever, and I just want to hear what they have to say. Like that's what I watch reviews for. Um, I haven't seen Monster House since it came out. I am on one. I didn't even know Kevin Smith had a new movie. So that's crazy. Yeah, it's shit. Shit, pure shit. What's up, Rocky Balboa? I agree. I mean, Disney's in charge, so I don't know. I ain't holding my breath. That's for damn sure. Oh, okay, it's a different one, Chad. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Um, nice, nice. They're great sets. Regardless of what you think about all the movies, they're great sets. I really like The Omen too. Um, I said it before, but I like The Omen 2 a little bit better than the first Omen movie, Richard Donner's movie. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think that Scream Factory lost the rights, and I think somebody else is going to put it out. Um, whether that's Paramount or Lionsgate or whoever has it, I don't know. I think somebody else is going to put it out. I wouldn't doubt. I think Paramount has it actually. I wouldn't doubt it if Paramount took it back because they want to put it in their Paramount Scares Volume 3. Could be possible. Could be possible. I don't think they can, James, because they don't have the rights anymore and they're owned by Disney. So I don't see that happening. Unless something crazy happens and through Sony, like they're able to strike a deal and they start licensing stuff to boutique labels like they should be doing, then maybe. But I don't think that's anything that Screen Factory knows about right now. I'm still here, Michelle. I do have to work in the morning. You're right. Oh yeah, the price is $700. Isn't that like par for the course for consoles though? I remember the PS3 was 600 when it came out. So I don't feel like console like cost has really gone up. If anything, maybe it went down a little bit. I think the Xbox 360 was like $400 or $500 when it came out. So yeah. Oh, I think I did see that wave. Yeah, you can buy a disc drive separately. Yeah, if you really want it. If you really want it. Yeah, you're right. I was wrong. I still just think it's pointless. Well, I don't get why they wouldn't. If they can do it, then why don't they? You know? Yeah, I'm not saying it's not a problem. Obviously, losing physical versions is a problem. I just for the current state of the games, and I don't get into the gaming stuff as much anymore. I used to back in the day, but it just seems like if you have to download the entire game anyway, then the disc is pointless. Like, I think for the Switch, like, physical still matters because the actual game is on there and you can just put it in and play the game. Um, but the bigger games, I just don't think it matters. I don't know. Like I said, I don't get into this stuff as much anymore, LA. I barely play games, but why is it then when you download the game offline, it takes the same amount of gigabytes memory as it does when you download the game when you have the disc? Why does it take the exact same amount? Like, that's my point. If I got to use the same amount of memory when I have the disc, then what is the point of having the disc? Does it really run any better? I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't think it's bleak, but things are definitely going to change. Yeah, that's true. I don't think you can. They can alter the disc. They can literally go in there and patch the game. So at this time, they can't patch our movies. We're not required to be online. That's another thing. Like, a lot of these games, you have to be online to even play them. Again, I don't know everything. Maybe there are games on the Xbox and PS3 that you don't have to be online for, but a lot of these games you have to be online to play. So like they can get in there and they can mess with your disc, they can alter your disc, they can alter the game. So to me, like the physical for gaming is pointless. That's from my perspective though, as somebody that does not game as much anymore. It's just different than it was back when I gamed with 360 and PS3. Like the game was on the disc and I didn't have to be online to play it. And they couldn't change it unless I logged in and did the download. So now let me ask you all a question. If they if the servers are finished, like if PlayStation just they take down the servers, there's no PlayStation Online anymore at all, and you try to put in your copy of Spider-Man 2, and there's no online, it doesn't exist anymore. There's no PlayStation Online. You try to put in Spider-Man 2. Will it play? Will it play if you have no online connection or no actual like PlayStation server anymore? If you have the physical disc, will it play? And if it doesn't play, then the physical disc is useless. Oh my god, you guys are freaking out over this whole gaming thing. I'm not in the mood, guys. I'm just giving my opinion. Like I said, I don't know too much about gaming. Bad take, Baldy. You know what? Scream, bleed, die, right. Go yourself. Okay. Nobody's answering my question. They have you install the game off the disc because the hard drive is faster than the optical drive. Games are too massive graphics-wise to run too fast for optical disc drive to keep up. So you need the internet. Or you don't need the internet. So you're saying that you don't need the internet. You can download it on the hard drive, and as long as it's on the hard drive, it'll be fine. Is that what you're saying? See, it depends. I mean, a lot of games are online now. All right, John, did you answer my question? You know what? This is why I don't talk about games. I shouldn't even have talked about it, because I don't know enough. I have not gamed regularly since 360 and all this like online shit and downloading stuff and DLC and all that stuff was just starting. But yes, you can still play the PS5 disc without servers. The whole game is on the disc most of the time. So you're saying as long as it's, but what if you can't download it from what if you can't download what you need from online from the servers? What if you find the game at a used shop, you bring it home, but there's no PlayStation servers anymore. You put it in your PS5. How do you get the game on the hard drive if you can't download it anymore? Or do you just need the disc to download it? See, I'm just confused. I did. I made the games. I made the gamers mad. I made the gamers mad. But you guys aren't getting my point. I'm not celebrating the fact that video games are moving away from physical. I'm not celebrating that. I'm just being realistic about it. Like to me, it doesn't seem like you need the disc for what games are now. But yeah, Michelle knows nothing about games. I'm with you. Next time I'll keep my mouth shut. I ain't gonna talk about no games. Talk about no damn games. Yeah, I'll never talk about games again. The gaming community is worse than I'm glad I didn't start a gaming channel. Jeez Louise. You guys are kind of toxic. Not all of you. Some of you all are just having a conversation back and forth, but people are just like, that's a bad take. What? A bad take? I don't know anything. Yeah, it might be a bad take. Somebody call me Baldy? You guys are mean. This is my 5-year anniversary. Be a little nicer, okay? Jeez. Did you guys answer my question? Yeah, it's like I gotta have a focus. Like I just don't have time for games. Trying to watch movies. I wish I did. You play the version that's on the disc, you download from the disc. So you download what you need from the disc, and then you play what's on the disc. So why don't you can't you download the game before you buy the disc? Like just to preemptively get the game, like download it on your system? Or does it not work like that? Like I said, I don't know. I feel like you download it from online though, and then I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore, guys. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm never talking about games again. Never talking about games. Xbox is the one where it requires download of games have online component. That's going to require the online updates. So one thing I will say is I do have my Xbox 360. And when I got on there like a year or so ago, I hooked it up. I still had all my downloadable games from the Xbox Live Arcade because I bought like 110 games back in the day. I was still able to play Super Meat Boy. So I didn't need an online connection for that. So I guess once it's on the actual hard drive, then I'm good. But my point is like it's taking up room on the hard drive. So I just when you have to download it, I don't know. To me it kind of defeats the purpose of the physical copy because you can download it just to get the actual game, just to have it on your system. Why wouldn't you just do that? What do you need the physical game for if you got to download it anyway? That's just how my mind works. If I had to spend an hour downloading Bringing Out the Dead before I could actually watch it on physical, that would diminish the physical copy for me. Because why should I have to do all that work? I bought the movie physically. I should just be able to put it in and play it. But all right, guys, I'm done. Well, I appreciate it, Ella Jo. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I appreciate you and John Doe. I appreciate you guys. But guys, I'm done. I'm done for the night. Thank you all so much. Like I said, I'm never talking about games again. Never. Okay. Never. See, people are already calling me an old man. You know what? Scream, Bleed, Die, Rot. That's a stupid name. What kind of name is that? You need help, buddy. Go get some help tomorrow. All right. But thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you all for watching me all these years. I appreciate it. I'll see you next time.